What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another GC2K video. In today's video, we're taking a look at the brand new cards dropping today here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. 4 new best of MyTEAM cards dropping in the Super Packs today, which include GOAT Larry Bird, Invincible Dwight Howard, and 100 overall Allen Houston and Isaiah Thomas. I didn't make a leaks video on this drop yesterday, and maybe I should have, but to be totally honest, I just didn't care that much. to be completely honest, I've been playing college football, and that was what I wanted to do, was play that instead of this, you know what I mean? So that is the honest truth. I just didn't really, I don't know, this isn't that exciting to me. I mean, Larry Bird's going to be an awesome card outside of Larry. This drop, honestly, at this point in the year doesn't look exhilarating. Now, Allen Houston has potential. I'll say that. He could be a legitimately good point guard card, and we'll try out some of these cards today and see what we think. Honestly, a lot of today's videos are probably also going to be videos from the past couple of days that I didn't do, such as I think I'm going to do GOAT Brian Scalabrine and GOAT Adam Morrison gameplay today. If there's any other gameplays y'all want to see, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to see who y'all want to see, because like out of today's drop, I'll probably do Larry, Dwight, maybe Allen Houston, depending on how good he is as well. But let's see how these cards are looking like, man. Are any of them actually worth picking up? Is Allen Houston an incredible attainable card? Dwight Howard, honestly, he just looks underwhelming at this point, considering he's like a 6'10", 6'11" power forward at this point in the year. That's not ideal. I don't know, just this drop doesn't jump off the page at me the way that last week's drop kind of did. Obviously last week's drop containing Dirk, which was, I mean, he's my favorite player in the league, right? Or not my favorite player in the league, favorite player of all time, so that changes things. But Isaiah Thomas, 6'1" with a 6'4" wingspan. He's the one from this drop that you're just like, yeah, you know what he's going to be, and it's not a very exciting card. Is he missing any important badges? No, not really. Does it really matter at 6'1"? No. Yes, he's got a great jumper. Kyle Lowry base, Kobe upper looks really good. Pro 2 fade. Garland, Francis, Curry, D-Fox, Trey, Levine, Hallie. He's got perfect sigs. He's got a great jumper. He's got Pro 2 fade. And the honest truth is, none of it matters because he's 6'1" with a 6'4" wingspan. For a 6'1" point guard, he's pretty good, but nobody's using 6'1" point guards online anyway at this point in the year. Now, if you're if you're a little bit more of an old head maybe, and you grew up as an Isaiah Thomas fan, hey, pick him up, use him offline, go for it. You can definitely have some fun with the card. That being said, absolutely not a card that I would ever even consider buying if you're playing online. He's going to get killed size-wise at this point in the year. Allen Houston, 6'6" with 6'9" wingspan. That is not nearly as true with Allen Houston, although 2K did drop like 100 overall Jimmy Butler, who's basically his invincible last week and is taller than Allen Houston. So I kind of think this card might be beat out by that card, but this is an interesting 100 overall point guard. I mean, the stats and badges are obviously awesome, as every 100 overall is, but especially at this point in the year, I mean, they're just giving every single card the very best badges, basically. He's got D-Mitch base, Clay upper on very quick, which is probably pretty good. Pro 2 fade, Garland, Francis, Curry, D-Fox, Trey, Levine, Hallie. So same exact god tier sigs. I mean, he is a basically invincible point guard, pretty much, in terms of he has perfect sigs. He's a 6'6" point guard with a 6'9" wingspan. He's got a good jumper. He's got Pro 2 fade. I look at this card as one of the best attainable point guards in the game. A 6'6" guy with perfect sigs and a good jump shot is an elite card, you know what I mean? That being said, is he quite as good as that Jimmy is? Probably not. Is he outside of that Jimmy, one of the top couple attainable point guards in the game? I do believe so. You look at this card, you look at these animations, and you think about the fact that he's probably going to be about 100,000 MT, might even end up being cheaper than that, potentially, we'll see, but he's probably not going to be much more expensive than that for sure. And that's a good card, man. Like, he is definitely going to be a solid option. I have no doubts of that whatsoever. Definitely a card that I am interested to see and interested to use at this point in the year. Not bad. He's what you hoped he would be, you know what I mean? I'll say that. When you see a card like this, you just hope that 2K optimizes him, because if they do, he's a solid option. And if there's a Knicks fan out there, an Allen Houston fan, or just somebody who needs a point guard, this is a pretty good card. I think he's going to be a solid option today. Dwight Howard, 6'10", 7'4" wingspan. I mean, I don't really know what else you want me to say at this point in the year. 6'10" power forward with 7'4" wingspan. People aren't really using 6'10" power forwards. Everybody's power forward is 7'2", 7'3", 7'4" when it comes to these online. When it comes to sweaty 2K at this point in the year, anyway, everybody's using. If they're not using one of the glitchy invincibles or 100 overalls or guys like that, they're at least using Dark Matter Dikembe at this point in the year. You know what I mean? And look, the stats and badges are perfect. The finishing and defensive badges especially have incredible legend badges and stuff. But let's be totally honest. He's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan. We got a bunch of small forwards taller than that in the last couple weeks. Like, why is Dirk and Chet small forward eligible, but this card isn't? To me, I know he's never played small forward in real life, but never really has Chet or Dirk either. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If you're going to drop Chet and Dirk and KG and guys like that at the small forward position, at this point in the year, you kind of have to do so with Dwight as well. Otherwise, a 6'10 power forward or 7'4 wingsman just winds up being a little bit overlooked. Now, his jumper looks great. JT Thor base college section up around very quick. He's got Pro 2. He's got Garland, Francis, Kemba, Trey, Hallie Hezzy. Does not have a great step back or drag back animation, as well as Giannis Cross instead of Levine, instead of D Fox, which to be fair is fine. I don't mind Giannis Cross. Basic step back, not super ideal, but otherwise his SIGs are great, and he is a pretty solid, pretty interesting card at the power forward position. Definitely an interesting enough card to where he's worth considering picking up, is what I will say. Well, if he could play small forward. As is, I don't think I'd be picking it up unless you're just a big Dwight Howard fan, to be totally honest. Because yes, the SIGs are great. Yes, the jumper's 6 and upper with a fast base. Like, that's going to be a solid card, and I'm not going to disagree with that. But the problem is the size is going to kill him defensively. He's just going to get out rebounded. He's going to get finished on. He's not going to get as many good contests. He's going to get shot over by a lot of these tall power forwards, guys like 100 overall Wimby or Invincible Ralph Sampson, or guys like that are just going to straight up shoot over him. Not to mention all the GOAT bigs that can be run, all the other Invincible and elite type guys who people are running at this point in the year. Like, at this point in the year, I just don't see a role for a Dwight Howard card on people's teams. And then finally, you got Larry Bird, 6'9", 7'1" wingspan, 99 everything, every single legend badge. Patty Mills base, Oscar upper on very quick, Pro 2 fade, Garland, Francis, Curry, D-Fox, Trey, Levine, Hallie, Hezzy. So same exact SIGs basically that he already had, except now he's got Garland dribble style instead of D-Fox on his 100 overall, which is W. He's got Pro 2, which he already had. His jumper wasn't unbelievably insane. I believe he had Matherin upper, and I forget what his base was on his 100 overall. Jalen Tyson base with Matherin upper, that's what it was. This is a faster jumper, Patty Mills Oscar, but Patty Mills Oscar also is the most inconsistent Patty Mills, in my opinion. I mean, it's not as good as a Patty Sexton or a Patty Garland or a Patty KCP or something like that. Like, I think there are definitely better Patty Mills base jump shots than this one. It's fast, it's smooth, it's not hard to green most of the time. It can be a little inconsistent, is my opinion, but I don't know. He's a 6'9" shooting guard with a 7'1" wingspan and perfect stats and badges across the board, as well as perfect SIGs, and a big player, but a switchable defender. He's not as good as a GOAT KD. He's not as good as a GOAT Michael Beasley. He's probably not as good, honestly, as a couple of other shooting guards, like 1 or 2 more, but he's a top 5 shooting guard in the game. This level of size, SIGs, shot creation, and still having a very fast jumper is going to make him one of the best shooting guards in my team. At worst, probably like the 5th best shooting guard in the game, would be my thought. And that's at very worst. I think you could probably make an argument for him about as high as number 3. The only 2 cards that I think are definitively better are GOAT KD and GOAT Beasley, maybe GOAT Adam Morrison as well, arguably. But overall, I think this card's really good. He's definitely the most exciting card from today's drop. Allen Houston's interesting as an attainable point guard. Isaiah Thomas is only interesting if you're an offline player, really, and you're a Pistons fan or IT fan. And then Dwight Howard is pretty much, to me, only interesting to a Magic fan or a D12 fan, because he's just too undersized, as is Isaiah Thomas at this point in the year. Now, that's just my opinion, so feel free to use who you want. It's called My Team for a reason, but those are my thoughts on this drop. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.